Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into my video today. I do realize that it's been a while since I put out an update video. For those of you that don't know, my name is Erica and my husband and I have been going through the IVF FET cycle to try to conceive. We did have the very lucky IVF cycle, so we have enough embryos to do another transfer. We have done one transfer, but unfortunately that ended in a miscarriage. So before moving forward with our next FET, we decided to do a bit more testing. For those of you that aren't aware, an FET is a frozen embryo transfer. So when I refer to our next embryo transfer, I'll be just referring it to as an FET cycle. The testing that we had done was Emma, Alice, and Receptiva. The Emma and Alice test are looking for different bacteria that could possibly be preventing pregnancy or a successful pregnancy. We did get the results back on those already. It takes about 2 weeks. And those were completely normal, fine, nothing wrong with that. So that's good news. We also did the Receptiva. The Receptiva test is looking for inflammation within the uterine lining, also for signs of endometriosis or associated with endometriosis. And that test did come back positive. My doctor and nurse said it doesn't necessarily mean that I have endometriosis, but I am having problems with maybe that with my lining growing outside of the uterus or just extra tissue growing. So I guess we kind of have an answer. This could be the reason why I'm not conceiving, and when I have become pregnant, it's ending in a miscarriage. They can't say that it's 100%, but they're pretty sure that this is the cause of it. So happy to have that news. When we did the test, they tell you to take some ibuprofen or Tylenol before you go in to help with a little bit of pain that you might get associated with it. And they say it's not too painful. You'll feel a little pinch and not that much, you know. I did get a picture of the cotton swabs that they use in the tools, so I'll add that in the video. They do say that it doesn't really hurt very much. You'll just feel a little pinch. I just want to say they underestimate that pain, and they try to act like it doesn't hurt. It hurt. There is also the option, for those of you that aren't given the option, to have it numbed to ease the pain, which my doctor did do that on me. I didn't even have to request it. They just said, hey, we're gonna spray this kind of like icy hot for numbing cream. Even with that, it hurt. It is, I mean, can't say it's the most painful thing I've ever had, but it is painful. You just feel this massive cramp and like someone is just taking a fist inside of your uterus and just clamping down. It does only last for a few seconds, but it does hurt. So don't go in there. I mean, it's not scary. I don't want to scare you, but you will feel it. They do have to scrape a little bit of, you know, your lining out of your uterus, so you're gonna feel it, whether it's numbed or not. But I am glad that we did it. It was over in a couple of seconds. She got enough lining out of my uterus for the test on the first swipe. Sometimes they say they have to do it a couple, so I got lucky. Since we do have answers on what's possibly been going on, and it's basically due to my lining, we are moving forward with our next FET cycle, and that is scheduled for January 20th. After the test, when they did call to give me the results for the Receptiva test, and it came back positive, and she explained, you know, that it's possibly due to the lining, so this is most likely what's causing my miscarriages and me not to conceive. I felt like I would have felt relief and okay, you know, let's look for the next steps. But I couldn't stop crying. I don't know if it was tears out of relief that we finally might have an answer for what's going on after, I mean, it's been 10 years since we've been trying, but I think 6 years with the doctors and 3 different doctors. So I don't know if it was tears for that, or if it's just, why did it take so long to get these kinds of results? Endometriosis is, I don't know, one of the #1 reasons for infertility. So how was it not caught beforehand? But as my nurse explained to me, I don't necessarily have endometriosis because I don't have any of the other symptoms. I don't have excessive pain, bleeding, cramping, anything like that associated with my menstrual cycles or time throughout the month. I ovulate correctly. So it's kind of hard to say exactly. But I was just sad. I couldn't stop crying. I got those tears out, and then I was ready for the next step. So I called my nurse back and I said, okay, well, what's our next step? So what do we need to do? She informed me that people that test positive with Receptiva test or with endometriosis, it used to be said that you have to do a surgery to clear your lining and the tubes to make for a successful pregnancy. Well, now she's saying new research is showing that you can add in this medicine and it will help without having to go through extreme surgery. So last month we did our first dose of Lupron Depot, or is it Depot Lupron? I can't remember for sure. I didn't bring the shot with me. But between that and another pill that I'm on, it lowers my estrogen levels. And basically the thought of this is if you lower your estrogen levels enough, then you won't overproduce estrogen, which can cause that lining to grow irregular. So I guess the theory behind it is to lower your levels to help your lining, to help for a successful pregnancy. Don't quote me on that because it's very complicated. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, and I'm still trying to learn and research exactly what's happening. But I can say it's been about 3 weeks since I did have that first Lupron Depot shot that my husband gave me. And I've been taking the pills daily, and I have been so depressed. I have cried like every day. And I'm usually not much of a crier. I have been when it comes to dealing with this, but I have been crying all the time and for no reason. I definitely couldn't even talk about anything dealing with our cycle or next transfer without crying. It has just weighed heavily on me, and I have just been depressed, sad. There's not really any other way to say it and to put it. I did talk to my nurse, and she said it's completely normal, unfortunately, but with my estrogen levels getting lowered, my hormones are completely out of whack, and estrogen is kind of our feel-good hormone. So without that to help me, I'm gonna be a little depressed. She did say if I get worse or if it keeps continuing to let her know so we can see other steps that we can take. I've just been trying to keep in mind and know that it's the medicine and my hormones and trying to work through it. My husband, he's my rock. He's my savior. I couldn't do this without him. I mean, he has been there to support me every step of the way, and when I'm acting crazy and crying for no reason, he's there to make me laugh and remind me and to help me through this. I know that we're going through this together, but some parts, are more me. Like, I'm the one taking the medicine. I'm the one with my body changing the hormones. So he is absolutely supportive. This last weekend, we had our family here, and I, wanted this big dinner, get together, have fun, talk, and we had a little mishap, and I couldn't stop crying. I know it was silly, but I just was really upset and couldn't stop crying, because I went to my room and laid down for 20 minutes, took a minute, came back out, and I was okay. And it's kind of been like that almost every day. Which is also another reason why I haven't made another video updating everyone on what's going on because I haven't been able to talk about it without completely sobbing, like ugly cry. And I don't think anybody wants to see that continuously. It's depressing. So I was waiting until I was in a little bit better headspace to update everyone on what's happening. And I think I'm there. Last night, I, expressed to my husband again that I'm just really sad and depressed. So we sat down for a minute, we had supper, and we sat in our hot tub and just relaxed and watched a show together and talked, and then relaxed. Came inside for the night and went to bed early. I think we were in bed at like 8:30. I think I was exhausted from just the day, the weeks, the past month. And I think I kind of had a release and let it go. And I'm definitely in a better headspace today. I woke up positive. I feel positive today. I still do. I haven't been looking forward to our next FET cycle. You would think that I would be excited and ready to move forward and let's do this. But like I said, I've just been depressed, so I haven't been, and I haven't been hopeful. I haven't had any thoughts that it's gonna go good. I've just thought, oh, here's another way to set me up for failure because it's not gonna work again. And I know that's not the right attitude to have, and I'm not trying to have that attitude because we definitely want things to go good. So, I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm definitely in a better headspace today, like I said. But I'm trying to be optimistic and looking forward to January. So to move forward with our next FET cycle, I have received all my medicine. I'll do another little video showing you guys on all my medicine that I'm taking. I will have to take when I start it. All that. I will do better on keeping everyone updated on what we are doing. My next shot that I will have to take will be November 27th is my next shot for the Lupron depot shot. And then I continue my daily pills, and I don't really have to take any more medicine until Christmas Day. So lucky for me, I get to unwrap more presents being shots. But it will be for, the better, the good. We're hoping to have a positive outcome this time, especially since we have a little bit more reasoning behind what's been going on these past years. I think that's all I have. Thank you for tuning into my video and to our story. If you have any questions or want to know anything else in detail, just let me know, drop a comment down below, and give me a thumbs up. Bye.